Hello everybody, this is Chromus018, and I bet you noticed the slight change, I guess, in my, voice quality in my microphone, and I was originally trying to figure out how to get this headset and my white headset, the Triton that I normally use for recording and stuff, to work at the same time, because I was going to have my boyfriend come over and we could each use a headset and watch stuff on my computer or whatever, but couldn't get it to work. So, yeah. Anyway, this is part 4 of my Let's Play of Seduce Me the Otome. Last we left off, we, I think, got angry at Lisette and ended up here. That's about the gist of what happened last episode. Sorry, my mom is making, if you hear a blender going off in the background, my mom is making a smoothie, I guess. And I'm guessing she's gonna go watch TV with my little nephew. So, I've got some time, hopefully, to record. Anyway, sorry for not really saying much of anything at the moment. This is where we last ended off, so let's continue onward, I guess. In this episode, I will guarantee that we will meet the boys in this episode, but then again, I've played through this game, so I think I know when the boys will show up. Well, might as well make myself at home. I'll be staying here for quite a while anyways. Yeah, you'll be living here from now on. That's what I saw. I told you guys that you're gonna see the guys in this episode. Lying on the floor was a group of men. They were all it should read, they were all unconscious, but there was no explanation as to why they were there in the first place. Michaela, you better be taking notes on this, cause this helps you make less mistakes and get future games. I dropped my bags as I let the door close on its own behind me. Huh? Who the heck are these guys? Why are they here? What's going on? Yeah, good question. Some of them had open wounds. The blood was staining the floor and the scent was intermingling with the air. That's not a pleasant smell. Hmm? My little nephew wants a taste of that smoothie. He likes them. I couldn't help but feel... Please don't tell me he's got a poopy. He's got a stinky grade. Ain't not happy. I'm sure you guys can hear. Oh my god. Well, I'll be right back. Turns out his pants were stinky, not his diaper. Huh. Didn't think to check that. Oh well. I couldn't help but feel bad for them instinctively, but nevertheless I was shocked and a bit angry at the sudden intrusion. My mind suddenly went from caring and concerned to confused and demanding answers. Who are you guys? No response. Of course, because they're unconscious. How are they going to respond? Unless they somehow have telepathy and they can speak with you mentally and then... Oh, I don't know. I'll call the police. Still nothing. Hello? They're still unconscious. At this point in the game, normally I kind of skip because I normally don't like hearing the little kissing sounds. I don't know why Michaela Lost thought to put that in the game, but yeah, it's a bit cringy. Actually, hold on. Preferences. If you're talking about all those clothes that were on the washer, I put them in the basket and they're sitting in his room. More for Rachel to work on. Something always interrupts me. Why? I kind of just either skip through the kissing scenes or I just take my headphones off and not listen to it. Because, like I said, it's cringy. Thankfully, the second game does not have the sound effects because it was really weird. Still nothing. None of them seem to be awake to answer or respond to me. It seems surreal to have random strangers in the house I just moved into. But I wanted answers quickly. That was until... Hang on. Well, at least you didn't have to change a poopy diaper. That's never fun. I just can't help but laugh at this. Get away from me. I just can't stop.
Woman, you're going to let me kiss you.
Oh, really? Why would I let you? How about a smack to the face? Just to be clear, I've had my first kiss. Never a good idea to try and force a kiss on somebody. You'll end up getting either a smack to the face or a kick to the chops. Whichever woman ends up going for. I couldn't believe it myself, but within a mere blink of an eye, one of the men went from lying on the... Of course! More stuff going on. One of the men went from lying on the floor to being right in front of me. What was even more odd was the fact that I felt serene and combated. This will be explained in a bit. Yeah, here's the first CGI. And it's actually, if you pay attention to the music video that I put in the beginning, this is one of the CG they show. Oh, that's right, forgot Dad. Slowly, a desire burned in my chest, telling me to accept his kiss, even though my man vehemently refused. Yeah. Like I said, this will be explained later. And just so you know, this guy is who you guys one person picked. So, yeah, we're going for him first. Go ahead. Yeah, I'm cringy at this. Hang on.
Good.
This is so weird. Listening to stupid noises. I am so glad Michaela did not put that in the game. In the second game, I mean. Not this. Obviously, it's in this game. As he kissed me, I couldn't help. I could feel my body go weak. I didn't know why, but that kiss was draining me of my energy, and yet it was so good and made my heart sing. Yeah, like I said, this will be explained later. It was a strange and tingling feeling that danced over every nerve on my body. I could feel streams of intangible energy run up my body into my lips. It felt odd, yet at the same time it felt amazing. Just so you know, when people normally have their first kiss, it's not all fireworks and stuff unless... I don't know what to think about that. Because mine certainly wasn't. Mine was like a 1-second kiss and I didn't even get a chance to respond. I was so in shock.
Sam, stop it.
Finally, the voice of reason.
Hmm?
The person kissing me, Sam was his name, glanced behind him.
I said stop. Now.
Yeah, the voice of reason is here.
Fine.
Thank the Lord it's over. I still don't like the kissing sounds. Thankfully it's only in, I think, 2 scenes in this game. Even if you play it multiple times, it's still in the same spot. I don't get why. I know she probably wanted it to be realistic, but still. Sorry. Yeah, here's Sam, and this is the voice of reason that we just heard. Finally, he pulled back, and I was left standing there in a daze. Oh, what? Huh? I couldn't tell what was going on. My mom was completely wrapped by the kiss, and my thoughts that melted into the depths of my forgotten memories. How do you guys come up with these lines? Good Lord.
Please forgive my brother. He's a bit reckless.
Yeah, he is.
At least I feel a hell of a lot better than you right now.
Yeah, see, now you can see his name here.
Because you used your abilities on her.
Abilities? Yeah, like I said, this will be explained. And look...
Sam, you're such a reckless brute. Taking advantage of a beautiful young woman like her.
Yeah, here's, just so you know, this is James, and this is Eric. If you pay attention to the opening theme, you would know. And I like the little touch that, the face changes. Sorry, the face changes, like, when she's blushing, when she's smiling and happy, when she's angry. Stuff like that. It's just good attention to detail. I just wish they had not thought to put the sound effects like that. Now, like, the sound effects is like someone getting hit. I don't mind that, just not the kissing sound effects. It's just weird.
Shut that pretty boy mouth of yours before I rip it off your pretty boy face.
Sam, being violent here.
Sheesh, you guys. Can we not fight right now? Not all of us are in the best state.
Oh, just so you know, the headphones I'm using, that's the one that had one of the earphone parts where the headphones I can't hear out of the left ear thing. I can hear out of the right, but not the left. So, yeah. Don't know why. I still haven't figured that out. Okay, just so you know, this that just appeared, he's Matthew. And just so you know, he's not the youngest, even though he kind of looks like it.
I guess you are right, Matthew.
Yeah, it's Matthew.
I agree.
And this is Damien. However, as the men got up and started to chat freely, my thoughts began to reassemble, and I remembered my confusion and anger once again. Only now multiplied tenfold. Yeah, understandably so. What?
Huh? Did you say something beautiful?
Oh boy. I'd like to do the whole yelling part that's about to come up, but since I got people in the next room, I don't want them coming in and saying, "What the heck are you talking about, girl? Why are you yelling?" And I exploded. What is going on? Why the hell are you all here in my house? Why are you all wounded? Why did you kiss me? Who are you guys? Yeah, good questions. All very good questions. And I think we get answers to all of them, and at least at some point, and see all their shock faces. I couldn't help exploding, but after being taken advantage of and being left in a mush state, my words escaped without filter. I definitely scared the men around me, even the man who kissed me. Wait a second. The guy who kissed me?
Ouch! What's your problem?
She hit him. I like that. What's your problem? You guys go around forcing people to kiss you like that? You some kind of pervert?
Pervert? It was only a kiss!
Yeah, it was a kiss, but it wasn't anything like really perverted, but still. It might mean nothing to you, but it means a lot to me. Yeah, considering it was our first kiss.
What? Was it your first kiss?
Yeah, it was, so.
Ow! Hey! What was that for?
Quit being rude. I know he's a tsundere type character, but still. There's something scratching against something. I don't know if it's at my back door, or the front door that's in my room, but I don't know. I know first kisses aren't exactly amazing and full of sparkles and something out of a fairy tale. Oh, definitely not, considering mine wasn't. But I at least expected it to be more than just something forced, yeah. That's normally what you expect from a kiss, is that it's not forced. It needs to be natural. And look how the word something always lines up right here.
So it was your first kiss?
Yeah.
Stop making such a big deal out of it.
Really? A first kiss is always a big deal to a girl. At least that I know of, anyway. Might not mean a lot to you, but it means a lot to her. Are you asking to get punched again? Because she will do it.
Well, what do you want me to do? It's not like I can somehow take it back.
He's got a point. But still. Now, in order to do his route, you can either ask for an apology or hit him again. Normally when I'm not going for Sam, I hit him again, because I just want to. Because he kind of does deserve it. But in order to do his route, you need to ask for an apology. And since we're going for his route, asking for an apology is what our option's going to be. You should at least apologize. That would suffice. As if to himself, he muttered something under his breath.
Why do I always look like the bad guy? Apologies aren't my forte, but I'll try my best.
I always forget to check the time before I start this step. Silly me. Yeah, this is, what you have to do to get his route going, because if you hit him again, you essentially don't get to do his route.
Okay, fine. I'm sorry.
Sorry about what?
I'm sorry for kissing you like that. I went too far.
Yeah, if you wanted to kiss her, you shouldn't have forced it. There's a way of asking nicely, but even then I don't know if she'd actually would have let you. Considering you're a complete stranger and all. Bleh. It's on my throat. He sighed and ran his fingers through his hair. Jackson being silly.
I didn't mean for it to turn out that way. It's just... I act on impulse, okay?
Yeah, he does.
It's difficult to control myself and...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What am I saying?
It's okay. I get what you're trying to say. Thank you for the apology. You see that?
No problem.
You see that just popped up over there? That's showing you got approval from him. That you did the right choice. For his route. Anyway, if you try to pull any funny business in the future, just a fair warning. I know Taekwondo. Wish I knew Taekwondo. Currently, I don't have any way like that. Oh, you don't believe me? I think I've figured enough. Time to get back to the main issue. Finally, the music popped up. There was no music for most of this so far. So, what exactly are all of you doing in my house?
Miss, please forgive us in our intrusion. We didn't know this abode belonged to anyone, nor did we have the time to take that into consideration.
If it didn't belong to anybody, then how come it looks so nice? If it didn't belong to anybody, it would have looked, abandoned. Like you would know it's been abandoned because of how it would look. But since it didn't look like that, hello, isn't that kind of an indication that somebody was at least there recently? What do you mean? You don't just barge into people's homes.
We wouldn't have had to if we weren't as wounded as we are currently. We just escaped from a deadly fight that could have ended our lives.
I wonder how they actually were wounded, considering we don't ever get to see that. I know some of them did have wounds, but still, I don't know how they were wounded. Or where. Wait, what am I saying? They were obviously wounded by... If you remember the little opening thing of the gunshots, that's how they were wounded with guns, but we don't get to see where or anything. Then again, it's probably for the best. It could have been really graphic if they decided to do that.
Luckily for us, your home was near and the windows were unlocked, so we quickly came inside.
Not much security then if you're unlocked to a dang mansion of all things. The last time I remembered, there were laws preventing strangers from stepping on private property. Although, considering the severity of their wounds, it had to be serious. Yeah, like I said, we don't get to see that. I guess that explains the wounds, but not why he kissed me. He had absolutely no right to do that. Anyway, like I said, I'd be a bit louder, but... my mom, my sister, and my nephew are in the next room, and I can't be too loud.
Well, lovely flustered lady, it's hard to explain, truly. We're not exactly normal.
Yeah, I think I got that, considering that guy said that Sam used his abilities on me, and considering what we felt during that kiss, yeah, something's up. Oh, just so you guys remember, this is Eric, James. The little guy with the big jacket is Matthew. And the other guy that you don't, that's not Sam, is Damien. Not normal? What are you guys, demons or something? I asked almost jokingly, but the boys seem to take my question differently. Yeah. You hit the nail on the head, girl.
Well, yeah, actually, something like that.
Yeah. Huh?
We're incubi, miss. Demons who consume and use sexual energy of humans to survive.
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head when you asked if they were demons. They are demons. They might not look it, but they are demons. Oh boy. Incubi. The fabled demons that existed to haunt humans and make them sex-crazed monsters? The mythical beings that can look like anybody just to get into your face. I just can't help but giggle at this. I got a bit of a pervert in mind myself. The imaginary monsters you only saw in movies or on TV. When have you ever seen them in movies and on TV? If anybody can name a movie or a TV where incubi are in it, please let me know, because I'd like to see that.
Hello? Did you hear him?
Yeah?
We're telling the truth.
Oh really? How am I supposed to know that?
Do you think she's still processing it?
Yes, and she'll understand right about...
Alright, it was funny while it lasted, but it's time to cut the joke short. Incubuses don't exist, and yeah, incubi is actually the real plural form of that word, not incubuses. Then again, she probably wouldn't have known that, since incubi and succubi don't actually come up in normal conversation. Well, at least I assume anyway, in where she is. There was no way they existed. That would be practically impossible.
Ahem. Incubi is the correct
See?
plural form. And yes, we do exist.
Prove it. Oh, yeah, when she went and said that, girl. You do know how they prove it, right? As soon as the words left my mouth, I instantly go, yeah, you should have recruited him. Because look what's gonna happen.
Very well. Eric, go ahead.
See? Eric's right there.
Very well.
Oh, great. Just so you know, I kind of slid my headphones off for a bit.
My sweet, you're so tempting with such non-belief. let me ease your mind with a tender kiss. I promise you'll enjoy every minute of it.
Yeah,
And
right.
maybe
Yeah, he's the
you'll even
charmer of
want
the group.
more.
Or rather, I should say the seductive one of the group. Because I'd say James is probably a bit more charming in that category. That's my own personal opinion. What? Once again, I was lost in a pool of calm and serenity. Staring into Eric's eyes, I felt waves of heat course through my chest and onto my face, painting my cheeks red in their wake. I couldn't help but nod and agree to his offer. See? This is what they meant. This is how they prove it. Yeah, okay. I don't get that. Why they had to put the sound effects of that on there. With another kiss, my heart began to flutter once again in my chest, and my mind was sent spinning in a heated, passion-filled pleasure. Yeah, I'm gonna have to avoid doing these recordings when people are home. Especially once it gets a bit heated in certain parts of the game. Yeah. Yet I could feel my body drain of energy as he kissed me, yep.
Alright, that's enough.
Aw, very well. I feel so much better.
Yeah, you would. As he pulled away, I was left in a mental mush pool yet again. Second time. I felt weak in the knees, despite my will demanding me to stand straight in front of the boys before me. The world around me began to spin as I tried to speak. I think I'm going to... Yeah, she's gonna faint. And again, she just lost who knows how much energy.
Ah, where are our manners? I'm James, and these are my brothers. Sam, Eric, Matthew, and Damien.
Yep, and that's James in the middle. My first playthrough, I actually went, I think... Who did I end up going for my actual first playthrough of this game? I think it was either Damien or James, I can't remember.
Miss, are you okay?
Nope.
Shit. She fainted.
Down she goes. I couldn't believe it. Incubi. Real. It all spun around in my head until I saw on the block, yeah, you fainted, girl. Because like I said, who knows how much energy they actually took from you. Floating in the darkness, my mind began replaying the scene over and over again, reminding my body of the touch of the incubi's lips against mine. However, I began to feel the smooth silk around me, and my eyelids unwillingly opened. Yeah, I know that feeling. Where? I awoke to find myself in an unfamiliar place. Where was Mom? Dad? I was pretty sure this wasn't my room. Yeah, your room is purple. But I actually like this. This is actually a nice room. I'd love to have a room like this. Oh, wait. I lived in my grandfather's house now. Of course it would be unfamiliar. Yeah, considering you've never lived here until now. I rubbed my eyes and surveyed my surroundings. I was still in the clothes that I arrived in at the house in, but I was laying in a silk-covered bed. I remembered coming in the afternoon, so why was it nighttime already? Suppressing a yawn, I stretched my arms. Maybe I should order some food for delivery. I was feeling pretty hungry. I was about to sit up, but I suddenly realized I wasn't alone. Dang it, what time is it? I don't even know. Almost 6 o'clock right now for me, and I don't know what time I started recording. Great.
You're awake.
Yep, there's Damien. Huh? Ugh! Since when was he standing there? And who the heck was he? A guy in my bed. Oh good lord, your mind immediately goes to that. Did we? There's no way. Huh, sorry. I think I was thinking my thoughts out loud. And here we go again with dogs barking. Why was I apologizing? To a stranger who only said 2 words since I woke up. Wait, he looked eerily familiar. Then it all came back to me. Incubus. He was an incubus. He and his brothers came here for refuge. And 2 of them kissed me, and then I fainted. And that's how things came to this. Oh. Anyway, I think I might want to end this part off. I will see you guys next time. Where we continue with this, because I'm not sure how long I've been recording. I don't want to record too long. Anyway, see you guys next time.